Okay, welcome to the Eerily Beloved podcast. Eerily Beloved, we're gathered here today with the entire family.
Mom.
Liam.
Garrett.
Yay! Today I'm going to be reading Reddit stories, and they're going to be reacting to them. And they're going to be ranking the stories based off believability and creepy level on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the most creepy or believable, and 1 being not. Is everyone ready?
Excited.
Okay, the first story is from r/paranormal 5 years ago, Oregon Coast Mystery People. About 10 years ago, my family and I were staying in Seaside, Oregon, and one night, with my wife, niece, and I, decided to go for a walk on the beach to look for shells. We walked from the house we were staying in to the boardwalk and was stopped by 2 men that seemed to be in their early 20s. They asked us if we had a lighter and what we were doing out so late. While talking to them, all 3 of us noticed there was something off about the guys. Their skin didn't seem to fit the shape of their faces, almost like a mask, but not at the same time. Then we noticed that their eyes were off. They were solid black. After that, we decided to head straight to the waterline, which was a ways down. While we were walking down to the beach, we noticed them behind us quite a ways back. We decided to put some distance between us and them. I turned back around to see if they were still there and noticed they had just vanished. When I turned back to tell my wife and niece that they were both gone, I stopped in my tracks and froze. I looked ahead of us at what they were looking at, and to my amazement, the 2 guys were now in front of us just a short distance ahead. It was like they were playing games with us. I still can't figure out how they would have gotten in front of us within this time span. We decided to book it to the main street of downtown and weave through a bunch of side streets back to the house. We made it back to the house we were staying in, but the rest of the night we kept hearing noises outside. This is the strangest encounter I've had, and wondering if anyone else has had anything similar.
Why'd they go to the beach?
I don't know, a lot of people like to go to the beach. Okay, but believability scale?
I mean, it's dark. You're in the water.
They're not in the water, they went down to the water.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe could have happened.
Did they give any updates?
Maybe just a couple of dudes like liposuction or something.
Did any of you feel panicky when this happened or nausea, and did you have any after effects of meeting them? I'm surprised once you got back to the house, these 2 men didn't knock on your door demanding to come in like black-eyed kids do. And the original poster responded and said, "The whole time we were talking to them, we all 3 felt a strong sense of dread. IDK if they were the same thing as black-eyed kids. I haven't read anything on them having skin like these things did. It was like they were wearing a human face on a skull that wasn't human."
Black-eyed peas?
What's a black-eyed kid?
Okay, so they're figures in popular modern urban legend about eerie pale children with solid black eyes who appear asking for favors, usually be let inside a home or a car, bringing dread and potential misfortune if allowed in. Often linked to vampires, ghosts, demons, or aliens.
Okay, well that just upped the creepy factor.
That's... I'm trying to figure out why they met him, felt the dread, and then, let's go down to the shore.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Don't go
they were
down.
already like... They were already on their way there.
Couldn't turn around?
No, they turned off the boardwalk and went down to the water line. They could have just gone back.
Oh, someone else said, sounds like vampires to me. They love the boardwalks for some reason. Perhaps it's the energy of the people, or maybe the ocean hides something.
Don't vampires not like wood, though?
What?
Like the wood stake, you know?
I mean, this is a boardwalk, though.
It's concrete.
Don't make them like they used to.
Okay, let's go believability. I mean...
2?
Yeah, maybe 3.
It was dark. They saw some kids. They probably just thought they were hoodlums, like, asking for a lighter.
I don't know. 4. I mean, it's probably... I believe it.
I mean, they were all creeped out. It wasn't just the one person that saw it, it was all 3 of them.
Well, if you're creeped out, you don't take the second actions. Turn around.
Well, yeah, some people don't have a good gut instinct, though. They're like, well, that was weird. I'm gonna ignore it.
Okay, well, let's go with creepy factor. I say 6. I'll go 7 since I know about the black-eyed kids.
Well, you'd
Learn
be
something new every day.
You'd be creeped out if someone came up to you and they had black eyes.
Yeah, and I definitely wouldn't go down to the water.
I mean, is like a creepy factor, like if it was real, or?
No, are you creeped out or no?
Nah, just a couple of kids looking for a lighter. What are they gonna do? Nah, I give it a 1.
Okay, but also they were in front of this person, or they were behind this person. The person turned around, and then all of a sudden they were in front of him. Like, further up the path.
Yeah, but it's dark. They could have lost track of time. I don't know. I don't really.
If they're not messing with me, I'm not messing with them. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe creepy factor like 4.
Okay, believability.
2.
Dang.
They didn't really elaborate on the creepy noises that they heard while they were at the house later, too.
Oh, I guess you know what? Maybe I'll adjust my creepy factor because socializing with people somewhat my age is kind of scary. So I guess I'll give that like a 3.
Okay, story number 2 is coming from r/Oregon in response to someone asking about unexplained stories out in nature. This was posted 4 years ago. When I was a kid, we lived in Bandon out on Seven Devils Road. At the time, I don't know if this still holds true or not because I haven't been there in 20 years, there were lots of wooded areas. This was the 80s, so I pretty much did whatever I wanted during the summer. I would pack a backpack with jerky and a sandwich or two and go out and play in the woods until dark. I was big into Rambo at the time, so I had my survival knife, BB gun, canteen, and camo. I would spend all day digging hidey holes and cover them so I could pop into them and cover with the lid I made and hide out. I thought it was pretty awesome. So anyways, one day near the end of summer, I hear my mom call out when I'm out there in the woods, which is weird because our house is in the opposite direction from where the call came. So I hollered back at her and she said, "My name, I'm over here." So I went towards the sound of her voice. This happened a few more times and I kept following. At this point, I was getting a little freaked out because there was no reason for my mom to be out there that far in the woods. In fact, she hated the woods, so she never stepped foot into them. So I turned around and started going back the way I came. Then she called again, but this time her voice was really angry and it scared me silly, so I took off running. I heard her call my name a few more times as I was bolting back towards home. I was getting really tired from the pushing through the bushes and undergrowth, and it sounded like she was getting closer. Finally, I made it back to the area I was really familiar with and I needed a breather. I hopped into one of my hidey holes and covered up and sat really quiet. About a minute later, the steps got much louder. Whoever was behind me was really close. They didn't talk anymore, though. I could see a little from my hole I was hidden in, so I was watching them. Sure enough, I saw someone in a pair of boots and blue jeans pass by. Whoever it was passed by, and I stayed put for what felt like forever. When I felt like it was safe, I covered my hidey hole back up and bolted to my house. My dad had just gotten home and I told him what happened. Being the 80s, he told me if I was lying, he was going to whoop me silly and had me take him out to where I was. Sure enough, there were boot prints where I hid, and whoever made the prints had doubled back and went back into the woods. He called a few buddies of his and they followed the tracks for a while, but lost the trail pretty soon after that. My brother and I weren't allowed to go in the woods anymore after that. We moved soon after. The person following me isn't what freaked me out. What freaked me out was whoever was calling out to me sounded just like my mom, and what freaked me out even more was I thought about it as I got older is whoever was calling me knew my name. That's
Dang.
it.
Where was his mom?
At the house.
I thought it was going to end with like, that's weird because my mom's dead.
Well, I mean, he thinks that the mom would be at the house.
Even though she was calling in the opposite direction?
Mm-hmm.
What are the comments? I mean, it just seems weird. Like, what's the mom's role in this?
She's helping out the kidnappers.
No, what if it's like a mimic or something?
I mean, believability.
And it was chasing him. And like trying to make him go in the opposite direction of his home.
I thought he was chasing it though.
Well, he was going towards a voice, and then once he stopped and turned back around to go home, when he was like, "Oh, this is
I
weird,"
didn't like that.
the person chased after him.
Hmm.
So mimic refers to a shape-shifting creature or spirit that imitates human voices, appearance, or forms to lure, confuse, and prey on victims.
Wouldn't it mimic the mom too then, not just the voice? I mean, I don't
Well,
think
it's
the
not
mom be wearing like boots and blue jeans.
Well, yeah, so is it a fake thing, or is it a real person who is actually going to kidnap him?
Yeah, sounds like he got lucky. Good job for his hidey holes.
Yeah. Yeah, that kid was certainly prepared.
Okay, believability scale.
I mean, it sounds plausible. Like, Southern Oregon in the 80s, that's what kids did. We were really unsupervised during the day. So, in general, seems believable.
You think it was kidnappers or?
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna need more information.
But just like based off the information that you're given.
How old is he?
He just
Must
said
have been pretty
he just
young.
said he was a kid.
Yeah, must have been pretty young.
Probably like 9, 10.
Well, I mean, digging hidey holes. Like, he's not digging a 6-foot hidey hole. So it's
Yeah.
gotta be pretty small.
I'd give it a 5 on believability.
Ooh, that's pretty good for you.
I mean, it's just a dude trying to traffic a kid.
Could be.
I don't
Southern
know if
Oregon.
it's-
But also,
yeah.
like, in Appalachia stuff, like, if you hear someone calling your name, no, you didn't. Like, that's one of the things. If you hear whistling, don't whistle back. So it could be...
That's not where they're at, though, are they?
I think I need
No.
to learn all these rules. What?
yeah,
Don't worry, I'm not going out in the forest anytime soon.
you're like this, Mom. You're not setting your...
Nope.
If I heard you calling in the forest, I'd say, running away.
Yeah, that's not Mom.
Okay, believability, I'd say 4 or 5. Yeah. 4.5.
I mean, maybe like 4 or 3. I don't know. It feels like it could just be like misremembered.
That's true, too.
Yeah, true. If he was little and now he's saying this in 2020 and this was 40 years ago, yeah.
Especially if it was hyper-fixated on Rambo and...
But he also said his dad and his friends went out and they saw boot prints in that area
Yeah, so
that's true.
that were not, like, kid-sized.
Okay, creepy. Yeah, I think creepy fact. Yeah, it's just some weird dudes probably. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not super creeped out by it, but
But also,
You're not creeped out by an 8-year-old kid getting potentially trafficked?
they knew his name.
Yeah.
That's
I
creepy.
I don't love that.
That's creepy.
Mm.
Okay, creepy factor.
So they could have been, like, stalking the house.
Yeah, I'll say 4. I need to come up with a good scale for myself. So
I'll probably give it a 3.
On creepy factor?
Yeah.
Okay. Liam?
Maybe like a 5 for creepy.
Whoa, Liam's not going in the forest.
No, Liam is not going into the forest.
What's creepy about it? A 5?
I mean, mostly just that it was his mom's voice and knew his name, but the boot prints were like not anything he'd recognize.
Yeah, that's fair.
Spooky.
Yep.
Story number 3 is in response to someone asking about any other creepy stories in the woods. This was posted 8 years ago. This person says, I have one. About 4 years ago, I was hiking with husband and dog on Mount Hood, and we went onto a side path that ended at a spot where people had obviously been partying. My dog freaked out completely, terrified, and the husband and I felt a horrible sense of dread. We hightailed it out of there, but something followed us back to town. I was feeling a constant dread and kept catching something dark out of the corner of my eye. The dog, who was a puppy at the time, became very fearful. I have a terracotta dish with glass lemons in it in a jumble. One morning, I got up and they were in a perfect circle in the bowl. I asked my husband and he swore he had not touched them. I was having bad dreams, and one day the pantry door opened on its own as I walked by. This lasted around 3 weeks, and then whatever was hanging around left. Since then, I found Mount Hood way too spooky. We go to the coast now to hike and birdwatch. And then the original poster who'd asked the question, saying, like, give me scary stories about the woods, said, sounds like a demon.
A demon?
Demon this, demon that. What?
A party demon?
The husband wasn't just playing a
Well,
prank?
what if they were doing, like, a ritual or a sacrifice or some... I don't know.
ADHD demon.
Why'd he go dark? I think it's a party demon.
Somebody that likes to organize lemons and, like, disrupt the pantry.
Ooh.
Mom, no, you'd be so scared if that happened to you.
I don't know.
You'd be so scared if all of a sudden the pantry opened. Like, you were at work and you heard it.
Hey,
You
someone's
guys seen
gonna,
Parasite?
Someone's gonna do dishes. Someone's gonna throw stuff away.
Yeah. I don't know about do dishes, but somebody's going to eat your food for
Someone's
you.
going to organize your lemons in a bowl.
Someone's chowing on leftovers.
Yeah, sounds great.
Sounds like a demon I need. Organize the lemons.
They said that they camped at Mount Hood for over 20 years, but after that they don't anymore. Like, they were that spooked.
Lemon crop circle.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
The aliens did it.
I don't know. We don't go hiking in the woods, so.
We don't go to the beach
For a
either.
reason. For a reason.
Okay, so believability. I mean, whatever. I think it's lame.
I'm giving it like a 2 maybe.
2. I'll give it 2.
2? Unbelievability.
Dude, the husband can't reorganize the lemons, like, or
What
the
if she-
pantry can't open because of the wind, like,
And the dog's scared? It's a
drug
puppy.
dog.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so let's go creepy.
Or it's the wilderness. It could smell any animal in the woods, or
I feel this is like Agent J and Agent K. I'll give it a 1 for creepy.
I'm giving it a 0.
I mean, I'll give it a
Jeez.
2 for creepy just because in the woods, and I also feel bad because they moved from Mount Hood to the beach, and that's bad enough.
They're gonna see the black-eyed kids.
Maybe.
Could see the black-eyed kids asking for a lighter. Ooh.
Dude, I'll find some scary black-eyed kid stories for you. Story number 4. Close call to becoming a missing 411 case. 6 years ago. Last summer, me and my brother took a walk through the woods at Silver Falls State Park in Oregon. The forests were beautiful and cool, so we figured why not, and took a path into the trees. We were pretty far down the path when it happened. Our cabins were far to view and out of earshot, and we had just turned a corner and began going up the side of a cliff when my brother froze. I asked him what was wrong, and he was in near tears as he told me he wanted to go back. We jogged back to the cabins, and he told me he saw a black streak that was the shape of a human with a long nose, bald head, and skinny limbs, dashing silently through the trees. I've never seen my brother in this state. He was crying and shaking. I've been thinking about it. Could it have been a cryptid? Maybe, whatever it was. If it wasn't just my brother's imagination, it was what snatches people up in the blink of an eye. I'd love to hear any ideas or similar experiences. Thanks.
So it's either Krampus or like a bald Dr. Doofenshmirtz or something.
What are the comments?
Oh, one of the comments says, if you hear them say your name, run. If you see them run faster.
Classic.
I mean, I gotta say, I've stayed in those cabins at Silver Creek Falls. Creepy as crap.
Super creepy. They're like wood
Yep.
cabins. Yeah.
I thought they were
with screen doors and springs.
Mm-hmm. Like no real doors.
No, just no.
Wood bunk beds.
Just no.
I thought they were gonna say that they did like the 10-mile loop, which is the road loop because that's all you're seeing.
Oh yeah, the falls. Yeah.
Like the 8 falls or
No, but when they say cabins, they mean they were staying in
Mm-hmm.
cabins.
Okay, we have an edit. Edit. One to add, it was definitely no jogger or fellow camper. I talked to my brother again, and he described it in the same way. Shorter, black, human-shaped thing running silently past before vanishing completely behind a tree. We ventured back to the spot later that same trip with more people and looked around. Saw nothing.
I think it might just be an ugly bald dude.
Okay,
There's
but
no ugly bald dudes in the forest.
if we were hiking and all of a sudden Liam froze and started crying, I'd be scared.
I
Okay.
wouldn't. His vision's like what, -8?
No.
Okay, first of all,
Dude.
we're not going to be hiking,
Okay.
so
But-
we don't have to worry about that. But
And if he said he saw a guy with a long nose and like skinny limbs running through the forest,
why would you go back?
A long nose? Like what are we?
well,
Why would you go back?
We discriminating all of a sudden?
I'm leaving.
Can't have a long nose around here.
Drive home.
Mm.
I mean, it is creepy there. I'll give
It
it
is. No, it is. I mean, it's.
A lot of people hiding in the forest. Nothing good happens at the forest.
hiding
Just
in
like
the
nothing
forest?
good happens at the coast. Okay, believability.
I mean, do I believe that they saw something? Sure. Do I believe it was actually a dude? I mean, like something else instead of just a dude with a long nose? No. So I'll give it like a 3.
Yeah, I mean, it could be animals. Like, there's lots of animals in that forest. You know,
What
it's like,
long-nosed animal though?
I'd be interested to know what time of day it was because they didn't say.
They seem like
Yeah.
Professor
Like, was
Lupin out there.
Was it getting dark? Was it in the middle of the
like,
afternoon?
who's hiking when it's getting dark? No one.
I don't know.
I mean, if you're
Kids,
staying
if you're
there.
bored.
You can't see. It's dark.
So
You
the
should-
title, the 411 missing 411 case. Someone asked, "What's a missing 411 case?" And the person responded saying it's a phenomenon named and written about David Paulides, about people going missing in state and national parks all over the world.
What?
Missing in what?
State parks all over the world.
Yeah, missing in state and
Oh.
national parks. Yeah, if you look up like
Yeah, that
missing
is a
people
thing, yeah.
cases, it's like associated with national parks.
Yeah, because there's creepers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily demons, but just creepy people.
Yeah, a lot of strange people out there.
Yeah, it seems more like it was a person.
And national parks, people think they can get away with stuff. Oh, we got a lot of land. It's dark. Not many people around.
Nobody patrolling.
Yeah.
Okay, so believability.
Someone else said he saw an SW.
Okay. I wouldn't go that far, but
But that's animal, right?
he just saw like
Yes.
some goblin.
Okay, so back to it. Believability.
Yeah, like a 3. I mean, he saw something, sure, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's believable that he saw something. Maybe like a 4, 5.
they said the younger brother saw something, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably tweaking.
Yeah, I'd say 3 or 4. 3.5. Okay, creepy.
I mean, national park, not much light, really dark. Sounds
Oh,
dumb.
okay. So it says I'm 15, my brother is 12.
Okay.
Oh,
And then they said I'm still open to the possibility he could have imagined something, but I've never seen him break down like that.
Creepy factor. I'm going to say I mean, it's creepy that they were even there, period, because I want to go back. But creepy factor for me is more like 4. I'll give it a 4.
Hiking in Silver Falls State Park at night. I'll give that like a 5.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't
Just
do it,
on its
like,
own.
Yeah.
No cryptid, none of that. Just
I mean, I think it.
Yeah.
well, they got like a
I mean, I
headlamp
feel
or
like
something.
Silver Falls could be creepy.
Well, yeah, it's dark.
really, and there's
Pitch
no
black.
service. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just being there and seeing anything, I'd maybe like 7 or 8.
Whoa.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a ghost or a person. So
Yeah, even if it was a
I'd be
person.
more scared of a person.
yeah.
So we're not going to Silver Creek Falls at night, and we're not.
We're not going to the beach. We're not-
Milepost 18 to 20 on Highway 22 at 10:50 at night.
Okay, so story number 5. Okay. Creepy vibes near Brookings, Oregon made us leave our camping trip early. My friends and I went on a 10-day camping trip down the Oregon coast. Okay, first of all,
Ew.
10 days.
10 days at the coast?
Okay, wait. What year is this?
Oh, it doesn't say.
Oh, okay. Even better.
How old is the post?
Okay, hold on. 5 days ago.
Whoa.
Super recent. So, could have been this last summer.
Well,
Okay.
I hope it wasn't
Could've
this past month.
The weather would have been awful. Okay, my friends and I went on a 10-day camping trip down the Oregon coast. As a group of all girls, we felt very safe and had no issues until we camped near the Chetco River outside of Brookings.
Okay, way south.
Red flag, red flag,
Yep.
red flag.
Yeah. What?
The river was beautiful and we decided it was the perfect spot to roll a joint. Shortly after that lovely rotation, a couple of kids started wading up to the river towards us. These were not normal-looking kids. They were catching salamanders and wanted to show us what they'd found. I was really hoping they would keep their distance, but they came right up to us anyways, following behind them with their mom and dad. The dad was wearing a wife beater and had a huge pit bull on a leash. He tried to make small talk, asking where we were from and where we were staying. Of the family of 4, he was the only one who seemed lucid. It's hard to explain, but the kids and the mom did not look normal, and they also seemed very out of it. All of my friends and I became uncomfortable at the same time. I was honestly terrified, but tried to remain polite as we got up to leave. Nothing actually happened beyond the horrible feeling we all had and the overwhelming urge to get out of there. Later that night, back at the campsite, we were getting ready for bed and we realized we couldn't find the car keys. All 4 of us searched the campsite high and low. Eventually, my friend found them. They appeared to have been thrown across the campsite in a spot none of us would have walked. It was away from the tent, the fire pit, and the bathroom. We were shaken up but went to bed anyways. The next morning, we were ready to leave as soon as possible, only to realize the keys were missing again. We unpacked the entire vehicle and finally found them fully wrapped up inside the tent, in a place that would have been checked multiple times before rolling the tent up. We still had another night or 2 left of the trip, but after that experience, none of us wanted to camp again. Later, I learned that many people describe the woods in Oregon as having a very dark feeling. A small part of me wonders if it's just because we were a bit stoned, but even now, the whole situation feels deeply unsettling.
I mean, kids catching salamanders sounds pretty normal to me.
I'm giving this a 0.
A 0.
0. I mean, not that it's
0
not real.
on believability?
No, I'll believe it, but
Oh.
they were high, so I'm not going to believe anything. And creepy factor,
I mean, they're not on shrooms, though. They're just
I mean,
high.
the keys found thrown across the campsite. What if
but
what-
they were all high.
Okay, but
So?
they're not hallucinating, though. They're not seeing, like...
they're not taking mushrooms or anything?
Yeah, they're not seeing different
but,
worlds.
Okay, but the family's weird and they're not weird?
That's what I was thinking. Like, the family's out of it, but they're not.
Yeah, I think this is a...
And the kids catching salamanders, like, that just seems
Ooh,
normal.
Who cares?
Want to show them off?
Yeah, it just seems like one of the 10 people had misplaced the keys when packing stuff.
Or
up.
just, like, dropped out
Twice?
of their pocket, or...
Yeah, twice. And it's a group of girls. I mean, come on. What could go wrong? Everything. Okay, so believability. I mean, I believe it.
You believe
So-
what? They lost their keys?
Yeah.
Twice? Believe they misplaced their keys twice?
Okay, but what if the dad was trying to figure out, how long are you staying here? Are you by yourself?
Do we have to assume everyone's a bad person?
I was gonna say, do we have to
Yes,
demonize
100%.
all
Nope.
dads? Like,
No.
he's got
Yes.
kids, he's got a wife.
Hey, maybe he's trying to lure you in. Think that
Believability.
he's
There's 10
Hey,
people.
safe to talk. So?
Liam, what's your
So?
believability?
I mean, yeah, it's believable that they would lose their keys. I don't.
I'd give it like a 5.
And creepy, I give it a 2.
Yeah, I give it
I mean,
a 1.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was being generous. I was being generous.
Just kids being kids.
And the girls are stoned. I'm sorry. You roll a joint, all you gonna do that. What do you think's gonna happen?
Dad's giving a thumbs down.
Yeah. Believability 7. Creepy 0.
Okay, this next story is titled Strange Shared Time Warp / Flashback in Portland, Oregon. Any ideas on this?
Okay, what's the date of this one?
This was posted 5 years ago. This is a shared experience between my husband and I while driving one night a few years ago. It wasn't really a glitch in the matrix or a time warp or a flashback, but almost a combination of all three. We both wonder if we stumbled upon a decades-old crime scene. Please read on and tell me what you think of if you've ever experienced something similar. My husband was driving and I was in the passenger seat. We were chilling out with some music and quiet time just rolling along. We were on Sandy Boulevard and turned right onto Northeast 148th Avenue. Not far after the turn, there's a railroad crossing. Right past the railroad crossing is when we experienced what we experienced. Suddenly, a strange moment came over both of us. The frame was only a second or two, but in both of our minds, we were transported back in time. We believe this because of the look of the area. Where there's currently industrial buildings and a paved road, suddenly there was all farmland and tall amber-colored grass, and a narrow gravel road. Along the left side of the road by the ditch there was an old sedan, possibly early 1950s, rounded edges with the trunk open. As we looked at the vehicle, a man who was crouched behind it stood up. He was stocky, probably in his 40s or 50s, but his face is too obscure to recall. He seemed very ordinary and nondescript but dangerous. There was an extreme tension to the moment. The man was glaring and barely clearly telling us with his expression to turn the other way. There was a feeling that we just stumbled upon something very bad, or that we'd be next if we didn't turn back. Predator looking at prey. Almost like he had just pulled a body out of the other side and we didn't want to be caught. Then it was over. Like the snap of a finger, everything went back to normal. We were back in the same modern paved road driving along. We both turned to each other and said, "Did you feel that?" We compared stories, and both my husband and I witnessed the exact same thing. So eerie and inexplicable. The thing is, it was too short of an experience to really gather all the information. It was almost like an imprint on our consciousness rather than the world physically changing around us. It was similar to watching a movie. Someone spliced in a few frames from decades back of the same location. I've tried to mention the experience to a few trusted people, but the whole thing isn't as sexy as a horror film ghost story, and I don't have enough information to make it that interesting. However, I've racked my brain ever since for what this could be. I've searched historical records in Portland looking for unsolved murders, disappearances, etc., but I haven't been able to find anything concrete. So I decided to make this Reddit account to share the story and some other bizarre ones in hopes to find someone that would be able to relate.
Okay. Few things. Other bizarre ones, so they've
got multiple.
They've got more?
I'm
Maybe.
assuming.
And 148th and Sandy. Like, we know that area well.
Mm-hmm.
Dad and I, live near there. Off 157th. So that's, to be farmland would be way, way, way long ago. I mean, Portland was industrialized, a long time ago. So someone would need to go back and look at the records. But the 50s seems like there'd be more Portland to it than that. First of all. But if they have multiple, like, read that last part again. They have a few.
Yeah, they have more to share.
I decided to make this Reddit account to share this story and some other bizarre ones in hopes to find someone that will be able to relate or find some archives to make me feel less alone in this experience.
I mean, if you can travel time, why not space?
Okay, but one of the first comment, I instantly wondered if you could have been near an electric line train track, and then I read that you were near a railroad crossing. The reason being, there's a street in the UK that is famous for phenomena that is similar to time warp, time travel, glitch in the time experiences. Experts and scientists are now of the belief that it is all somewhere connected to the underground railway system. A network of tunnels with a train station lies directly beneath the street. The electricity is the source that supposedly causes this phenomena. The street is Bold Street, Liverpool, well documented, and very strange things going on.
Okay, but that's the UK. I mean,
A lot more history.
the train line in Portland is just the train.
Okay, but someone else said the mob ran Portland, lots of tunnels under there. Have a look at mob hits, look at the cars and mobsters.
Okay.
Underground tunnels on Sandy?
But
Have
like
you
in the
seen Sandy
in the
Boulevard?
50s? No way.
No tunnels.
And there are tunnels, the Shanghai tunnels.
Shanghai?
Mm-hmm. Maybe, yeah, maybe not, but the city does have a certain underground tunnel network.
Okay,
It
what are the
probably
rest of
doesn't-
what are the rest of the comments?
That's it.
I mean, on the X-Files, they lost 9 minutes. I can't say about time travel, but
Okay, but if they were unable to find anything, you think that would be fairly straightforward to find something that, body dumped on 148th and Sandy. I mean, that's a big, from an intersection standpoint. That's not like
Well, nowadays,
in a field
but again,
at 45th parallel and, something else.
now it's a big intersection, but back in the day,
Sandy Boulevard was big back then. That was a big thoroughfare.
so it was probably further back than just the 50s, if it was all grassland.
well, yeah, if it was all grassland, that's probably way far back.
Like 84, right? I mean, Highway 84 is basically Sandy Boulevard. But yeah, Interstate 84 would have been a main thoroughfare.
So you think they went back in time
The
and
numbers.
somewhere else?
Probably not somewhere else, but maybe back in time.
No, I think
Well, it must have been time and space because, like, Portland, I mean, it was industrialized pretty earlier than the 50s, I'm assuming.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think there was grass fields on Sandy Boulevard and 148th in the 50s.
Because wasn't Portland like the capital of Oregon technically, like because
Well,
the port?
From a thoroughfare. Yeah.
It said possibly the car was possibly early 1950s,
Well,
but
it
maybe
couldn't have
this,
been
maybe
earlier
this.
than
Well,
that.
yeah.
I mean,
No, I
if
know,
there's a
but-
car, then-
They didn't start making them till the late 20s,
Right,
and they
right.
were big wheels. They weren't like a. I mean, what they're talking about is more like a rounded car, like a Studebaker or something,
Potentially,
right?
yeah.
With a so that'd be 50s. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's go believability, Liam.
I mean, it's weird that they both saw it, but it's still weird, like, why, or, like, what even the scenario was that they were trying to see. I don't know, like, 3 for believability.
Garrett.
Yeah, I'll give it like a 2.
What?
I mean, maybe they were driving for a super long time and just needed something to like stimulate. I don't know.
I give it a 3 because if they both had the exact same experience, right, that gives me a little bit more credibility. But it just feels like when they say and other experiences,
They're more susceptible,
I don't know about how I feel about that.
more ready to believe.
So let's go creepy.
I mean, a 1.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like a 3 for creepy. I don't. Like, it's more confusing than creepy.
Yeah, I say 2. I feel bad because they don't have enough details, and this obviously is something that bothered them, but it doesn't move me.
Yeah, I mean, I would go see a doctor over making a Reddit post.
Okay, according to their profile, they grew up in a haunted house.
Okay, so see, that's where
Yeah. All right. So let's take the believability down to a 1 for me.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I'll take the creepy down to a 2 as well.
I think so too. I'll take a downgrade. And again, it was because of that comment at the end about this and other experiences. I just feel like, what are we trying to do? Just get some clicks?
Get a couple of votes.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, interesting that we know that area. So was at least for us to get a sense of understanding. I don't know.
Okay, if you got this far, thank you for listening to the Eerily Beloved podcast. We hope you keep listening.
Awesome job, Em.
Yeah, it was fun.
Follow us on Instagram, and if you have any listener stories you'd like to email, the email will be in the show notes
Can't wait
for
to hear 'em.
submissions. Okay, bye.